Let's be real. Some older men attract younger women effortlessly while others make them cringe. You've seen it. That silver-haired guy with quiet confidence who naturally draws women in. And then there's the other guy, the one who's trying too hard, saying all the wrong things, and completely embarrassing himself. Here's the harsh truth. It's never just about looks. It's about presence, confidence, and self-awareness. Because nothing turns a younger woman off faster than a man who doesn't own who he is. So if you've ever felt like younger women are interested at first but quickly pull away, chances are you're making one of these 7 critical mistakes. And the worst part? You probably don't even realize it. Let's dive in. Number 1. Trying to act young instead of owning your age. There's nothing more off-putting than an older guy desperately clinging to youth. You know the type. Wearing sneakers meant for teenagers, talking in outdated slang, referencing TikTok trends like he's keeping up. Here's the truth. You're not 25, and that's your biggest advantage. Younger women aren't attracted to older men because they want a bad copy of a younger guy. They want things younger men can't give them: stability, experience, depth, and a sense of self-assured masculinity. But when you try to mimic youth, you lose the very thing that makes you attractive. Imagine walking into a bar and seeing a man in his 40s with a backward cap, an oversized hoodie, and sneakers that cost more than his rent, saying things like "no cap" and "FR." He doesn't look young. He looks off. There's a reason Sean Connery was still pulling attention in his 60s. He wasn't pretending to be 20. He was owning his age and making it look damn good. The fix? Instead of chasing trends, master timeless style. Instead of learning Gen Z slang, speak with confidence and clarity. Instead of forcing yourself into young spaces, cultivate your own space that draws younger people in. Because younger women aren't looking for a man trying to figure himself out. They want a man who already knows who he is. Number 2. Flexing your money in a way that screams insecurity. Let's be honest, money is attractive. It signals success, capability, and security. But the moment you start flaunting it, you turn it into a repellent. Younger women don't hate that older men have money. They hate when older men think money is the only thing they bring to the table. Picture this. A guy in his late 40s is on a date with a younger woman. Within the first 10 minutes, he's name-dropping expensive restaurants, talking about his Porsche, and casually mentioning how much his watch costs. She nods, smiles politely, but inside, she's completely turned off. Because she's not seeing a confident man, she's seeing a man screaming, "Please let me impress you." A truly wealthy, confident man doesn't need to prove he's successful. He lets his lifestyle and presence speak for itself. The fix? Let your success be subtle. A man who has true confidence in himself doesn't need validation. And that's what makes him powerful. Number 3. Complaining about modern women like it's a personality trait. If there's one thing that will make a younger woman lose interest instantly, it's an older guy who sounds bitter. You know the type. Always ranting about how women today are entitled, how back in my day things were better, how social media has ruined everything. Here's the problem. Some of that might be true, but the moment you start ranting about it, you sound like a guy screaming about how music was better in the 80s. Why it's so unattractive. You sound powerless, like you've given up on dating. You seem bitter, like you've been burned one too many times. You refuse to adapt instead of figuring out how to thrive in today's world. And there's nothing less attractive than a man who blames the world instead of owning his reality. The fix? Instead of complaining, elevate yourself. Younger women don't hate older men. They hate older men who act like victims. Number 4. Being overly possessive and controlling. There's a saying, the tighter you hold something, the faster it slips through your fingers. No woman, especially a younger one, wants to feel like she's in a cage. At first, it seems like caring. Text me when you get there. Who are you going out with? But slowly, it turns into control. Why didn't you answer my call immediately? I don't like you hanging out with those friends. And just like that, attraction turns into suffocation. Why older men fall into this trap? They've had a brutal breakup where they were blindsided. They've seen a woman leave them for someone else. They fear that younger, attractive men are their competition. Instead of trusting that they are enough, they try to guard her like a possession. The fix? Confidence. A man who truly values himself doesn't need to control. He knows she stays because she wants to. Number 5. Dressing like you've given up on life. Let's be brutally honest. Attraction is visual. Older men fall into a trap where they stop caring how they look. They think, I'm too old to dress stylishly. I don't have anyone to impress. If a woman really likes me, she'll like me for who I am. But here's the cold, hard truth. Women are wired to be attracted to men who take care of themselves. The fix? You don't have to dress like a 25-year-old. You just have to look like a man who respects himself. Number 6. Acting like you know everything. One of the worst mistakes older men make? They stop being attractive and start being condescending. They assume that because they have more life experience, they have the right to constantly correct and explain the wrong way. Oh, that's cute. You just figured that out? Trust me, you don't really understand this yet. The right way. Be the older man who makes her feel inspired. Engage with her thoughts without belittling her, because women don't want a professor, they want a partner. What you should do next. Here's the truth. You don't have to be young to be attractive. You just have to be a man who values himself. Like this video if you want to be the type of man women respect. Subscribe for more powerful insights on attraction and relationships. Comment below. Which of these habits do you think is the biggest turnoff? Because at the end of the day, younger women don't hate older men. They just hate the ones who get it all wrong.